Okay, I figured I'd record video while I did this. I want to redraw this Apple logo. Basically, we use the pen tool to do most of it. You see I make 3 points just to get an overall shape, but we're only going to need 2 points for this leaf. If you hold down Alt while you click and drag on these points, it brings out the handles that'll make curves. And it's pretty much just dragging the handles around till you get some curves that you like. Now that we've got our leaf drawn, we can do a solid color layer, and the work path creates the mask for us on it automatically. And it's pretty much going to be the same thing for all the other shapes. Just clicking and adding points where I think they're going to need to be. And this is just the way I do it. I drag the handles out after I've already placed all the points. You can actually drag the handles out as you place them if you like, though. Everybody does things their own way. And at this point I decided I did something stupid. I should just draw out the shape as if it was the full apple without the bite taken out of it, so I'm going to try and correct that here. Okay, we want to start a new path to draw the shape of the bite taken out of the apple. And we need to switch the mode of the pen tool. Create a new path. Lay down some points to get the overall shape, and then I'll draw out the curves. Basically, you want to copy the path that you drew out for path 1, you want to copy that and then paste it onto the work path. There, it's pasted. Switching the mode of it to subtract. You should be able to see which paths are adding and which paths are subtracting in the thumbnails in the paths palette. But because this image is so large, the thumbnails are really small and they aren't really good for seeing anything. So I'm just going to crop down the image to make the thumbnails bigger so you can actually see that. The white shape area is an added path, and then wherever there's gray in that thumbnail, it's being subtracted, or there's nothing there, basically. Now we've got that. Let's make our new solid color layer, and The mask gets applied automatically, just pick a color and we're done. And here we're going to make the red for the top part of the apple. And first thing I notice, we got a little bit of red weirdness there where the bite should be. I'm going to go in and take care of that. Dragging the path out didn't fix it. We'll just go to the mask of our color fill layer and paint it away. Now the red's going to be gone. So we've got our logo pretty much here. All we need to add is the black stripe, lower half white, and the circle. Yeah, I decided I didn't like the bottom of the apple that much. It was a little bit too pointy for me, so I'm just nudging these curves a bit. Now we're going to make the black stripe. Now we'll make the circle. And I went ahead and trimmed the image down so it's just a Apple logo that we're dealing with here. It'll help us to better center the circle. Or so I thought at least. Because when we put a guide in at 50% in the middle, the whole apple is still a little bit off center. So the guides there show the exact center point and it's just not going to match up. So let's compare it to the original Apple logo and see how far off we are. But you can see with the Apple logo layer in difference mode and we get it moved into position, we're not that far off with our shape. We're actually pretty spot on. I just eyeballed it. Okay, so we got the black stripe, we got a white circle. Let's get rid of the guides. Then we'll place a new center guide. Make sure that apple shape is selected, drag it out. And if you have snapping enabled, it should kind of snap when you get to about the center of that apple shape. And And now that's done, you can move the circle and it will snap to your guide. So now we've got the circle pretty much aligned with the center of the apple shape. This is how we'll make the smaller circles. Just duplicate the layer and Control T to transform and resize it down. And double click on that layer to get your layer styles, and we'll just add a little stroke to get the black circle. Now we've still got to make the lower half of the apple white. And I'm just going to add a color fill layer. We'll mask it off so that only the bottom half is white. And once that's done, you want to clip that to the layer below it so it only affects the apple shape. And we'll do it to the black stripe while we're at it. And the last thing to do, we'll just size out the image the way they had it originally, 2560 by 1600. And fill that background layer with black. There we go. And we'll save for web. We'll save this as PNG. And of course, image our favorite image host. Just drag it on over and hit upload. All done.